backdrops.
Yeah. Okay, go.
Good morning. My name is Jackie. I work here at the Stitchin Post. I teach, I do the kits, and I answer a lot of questions from our customers about the kits. And I happened in the last couple of weeks received quite a few questions about a certain kit that we made. It's called Inversion. It was put together by Island Boutiques for us. They did all the cutting, all the folding, so all that pretty folding was done by them. Thank you very much, Island Boutiques. We really appreciate it. It's been very popular. The pattern is by Carla Alexander, and her company is called Saginaw Street Quilts. It's called Inversions, and it's a southwestern pattern. The quilt is right here behind me. What the questions I've had from customers is, how do I put the fabrics together? And that's a good question. It's really hard to explain on the phone, so we decided to start doing videos on some of these questions we get. So I have little 5-inch squares here. That's this little pack here, but it is the same fabrics that's in the 10-inch square pack. So I took them out. Much easier to deal with them. It's like dealing with a deck of cards. The first thing you need to do is separate your fabrics into darks and lights. There's 30 fabrics, so you need 15 darks and 15 lights. I've already separated, which was real obvious. These are darks, these are lights, but I don't have enough of either one. So these are the leftover ones that are mediums. Where do they go? So I'm looking at these and I have to decide, where am I going to put those? It's up to you. You can decide where you want to put your own. I think this one looks kind of light. These two look light. Now that's looking pretty dark. These two look light. I think I'll put this over here because it's a medium, but it's got a nice, it flows really well with the dark ones. This one's a little oddball. How many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I only need one more dark. So what do I choose? I'm probably going to pull this one out and put it over here in the darks, even though it's relatively light. And then these are what I would call dark lights. Some of these are light lights, some are medium lights, and these are dark lights. And this is also a dark light. Now, I need to combine all those. Don't put your darkest with your lightest. This is what a lot of quilters like to do because they really like that high contrast. Problem is, if you do that and you do all your darks together with all your super lights, you're going to end up with a lot of leftover mediums. So I would put my darkest with my darkest light. Yes. Okay? Like those together, those together. Then I'd probably go down to, when I did this quilt originally, because I actually did put the one together in the back, and these fabrics are all the same as what the quilt is. I was kind of disappointed, and I'm not going to put this one with this because the values are too much the same. But I'll put this one there, and then I can actually pull maybe this pink one and put this one with it. So we're starting to get our pairs together, okay? And if you can eliminate, oh, that goes with that one. There's actually 2 pieces for each fabric. If you can eliminate the problem children first, then you will be a happy camper for the rest of your quilting here. So we'll do, okay, I was going to put this one with it because up here, it looked like it might go with it, but now the same value, so we're not going to do that. We'll put a light one with this one. He's missing his friend. He's somewhere. He's attached to somebody. Okay. And then this one's missing one too. Okay. So let's try this one. This rust with this. There we go. I like that. Okay. And these ones you can just pretty much pull willy-nilly at this point because they're all, well, I wouldn't put yellow with my green. It may end up in the quilt someplace next to it, but it'll be fine. So here we go. Looks like we're just about done here. There we go. So I paired up my fabrics for the inversions. And then you'll have to buy the pattern to know the rest of the story. But that would be how you would divide those fabrics up into your darks and your lights. These are all my lights on one side and all my darks on the other side here. I like this look. I didn't do that when I originally did the quilt. I actually had to move things around 3 different times. But I'm happy with the way the quilt came out. So also, if you notice this pattern, it has a southwestern look to it, but it has a secondary pattern in here, which is where these are the main ones. This is what we put together here, the darks and the lights. If you had I have a class that I'm teaching in October. It's October 5th. It's on a Monday from 9 to 3. It's a $60 class, and there's still 4 spots in it if you're interested in doing this particular quilt. So I'm going to show you how I picked the fabrics that I did for my sample, which I haven't started yet. It's laying right here. Pull all these right here. Okay. So this is what I'm using. It's from a tower that we have called Blue Pool. This is the cream tower, and this is the blue-green tower, okay? So what I did is I want my backgrounds basically all the same, so I pulled all creams. I want that secondary pattern to show up on this quilt. I want you to see that there is a light pattern there. So I have my darks, which I did 2 different colors. I did green and I did blue, and if you'll notice, there's mediums and darks in here and mediums and darks in here. But when you look at all these lights that I pulled, they're going to work great with both sets. So half my quilt is going to be cream, and half my quilt is going to be blue. Or well, I should say a quarter is going to be blue and a quarter is going to be green. And you're thinking, wow, that's a lot of light in there. But if you look at the pattern around the outside is where most of the light is sitting. So it actually won't. There's no border on this, but if you want to put a border, you put a darker border on it because this is all light, but that's going to be on the outside of my quilt. So that is how I chose these. And I picked I picked 64 colors. I picked 8 of the green, 8 of the blue, and 16 of the cream. There's 2 of 8, 16. You're right. Okay, but there's 2 of each one. That's why I keep thinking 64. You do need 64 squares, okay? That should get it. Okay, anyway. So that is, yeah, Valori told me that I added up wrong. She's absolutely correct. It was only 32 fabrics, 64 pieces. So that is going to be my palette for my inversions that I'll be doing in class in October. So if you're interested in it, call the Stitchin Post, go online, sign up for the class. There's 6 spots left. We've brought our class size down to 10 so we can social distance. Oh, and I'm not wearing a mask because it's just me in here. And I don't have to, well, it's just me. So, but in class, you will have to wear a mask, okay? That's that. And I hope that kind of explains how to put the fabrics together, and that those of you who got the kit, oh, by the way, this is the last one, who got the kit are happy with it and you're happy with the results that you get. That's very important that you are. Okay? Thank you.